going to provide the introduction to machine learning. So many of you will not be aware of what is machine learning. First, let me tell the word meaning of a machine. A machine is nothing but a device that performs an operation, and through learning we can acquire the skills or knowledge. So through machine learning we are going to allow the computers to develop new behaviors according to the data that is available. So next I am going to provide what is the need for machine learning. So as we know that machine learning is the recent growing technology which is widely used in artificial intelligence. So first we should know why do we need machine learning. So the first and foremost reason is that the increase in data generation. So whenever we want to access large amount of data, we can analyze with the help of machine learning. Machine learning can solve the complex task at a faster rate. That is the main advantage. And second reason is that it can improve the decision making process. So decision making process is, for example, if so we are going to use in image processing. So in image processing, if a person has any disease, we can identify if the person is having the disease or not. That is the decision. And next we can uncover the pattern. So what are the patterns that is hidden in the image can be found out correctly, and we can solve the complex problems. For example, we can identify the certain deadly disease, we can detect the gene, etc. So that is the need we go for machine learning. And so this is the machine learning block diagram. So as I already told, these are the functions, these are the need which why we go for machine learning. That is increase in data generation. Of course, we improve the decision making skills, solve the complex problems, and we uncover the hidden patterns. Yes, so I think you will be now aware of the need for machine learning. So next let me focus on the definition of machine learning. So machine learning is nothing but the subset of artificial intelligence which provides machines the ability to learn automatically. So what we are going to do is that we are going to give that particular data, we are going to train the machine, we are going to develop the model, and next we are going to find the outcome. That is, find the outcome is we are going to make the decision if a person is having the disease or not. So we are going to train the machine to do a particular process. So that is what the machine is learning. The machine is learning through the data that we provide. So that is the concept, that is the extract of machine learning. So next let me tell what are the components involved in machine learning. So how we are going to do machine learning? I told that I am going to train the machine, right? So how we are going to train the machine is through algorithm. So through algorithm we are going to focus on set of certain rules and we are going to train the machine. So model. So model is nothing but the computer which is trained by using the particular algorithm. And next component is the predictor variable. So a predictor variable, what is the function is, it is going to predict the output. So based on the input I am going to predict what's my output. And response variable. So response variable means what we know, response is nothing but whatever input we are going to give, I am going to get a particular output. That is the response. That is, the response will be affected by the input term. And training data. The training data is nothing but, for example, if I am going to identify the diabetic patient's image, so first I am going to have a training data and I am going to have a test data. So that based on the test data, the machine will identify if that particular patient is having the disease or not. So I am going to train the machine prior to the testing process. So these are the components involved in machine learning. So any machine will have these particular components in it. And next I am going to talk about the machine learning process. What is the stepwise process that is followed by the machine? So initially the first step is I need to define the objective for the machine. What the machine must do, that is the objective. And next process is that I am going to give some particular data, that is data gathering process. And after gathering the data, it is going to prepare the data according to the algorithm. Yes, and after preparing the data, next we are going to analyze that particular data. Analyze the particular data according to the algorithm. Yes, after analyzing the data, I am going to create a model. So that particular model will behave according to the input algorithm. Yes, and after building that particular model, I am going to evaluate its performance. whether that particular machine is behaving properly or not. So that is the evaluation process. Following the evaluation process, I am going to make the prediction if the person is having the disease or not. So it is what example I am giving is, I am giving only the example that is concerning with the medical field. There are numerous applications in machine learning which I will be discussing hereafter. I think hope you can understand what is the machine learning process that is involved. So initially the objective is received, data gathering, data is prepared, then it is explored. We are going to create a model and we are going to train that particular model, and this is training phase and this is testing phase. So if the testing phase is successful, we can tell that the machine learning process is also successful one. And next I am going to talk about the types of machine learning. So there are three types of machine learning that is involved. One is supervised, unsupervised and reinforced machine learning. So supervised machine learning means, what is the thing is, so that is it's a process of a teacher and a student. A teacher is going to supervise the examination. If that is the process, it is called as a supervised learning. So an unsupervised learning is like it's like we attend the online courses. In online courses, we will not have any guidance. We are going to see what is the process that is involved. That is unsupervised learning. There will be no supervisor for that particular process. That comes under unsupervised learning. And why I am talking about this machine learning process is, based on our application, we can choose the type of machine learning that we require. So if you are having a guidance, means it will come under supervised learning. If it is independent of guidance, means it is unsupervised learning. Next, let us see what is by reinforcement. So reinforcement means reinforcement learning means we are going to adapt according to the environment. For example, if you are going to America, you have to adapt according to the culture of the America. So if you are coming to Salem, means you have to adapt according to the culture of Salem. That is reinforcement learning. So it is going to be adaptive based upon the test data. So that is nothing but reinforcement learning. So in most of our algorithms, we prefer reinforcement learning also. And what are the problems that we solve in machine learning? So there are three basic problems. One is regression, classification and clustering. So these are the three main areas that is used in medical imaging process, to be particular. So in regression, what we have to do is, we are going to find out the speed of a car. So a particular distance will be given, we can find out the speed of the car. By knowing one parameter, we will find out the another parameter. So it comes under a supervised learning, because by knowing one parameter only, we can find out the another parameter. And next one is classification. So classification means I am going to categorize the image on one into another, that is a spam or a not spam, and based on these algorithms. So I will be discussing about the numerous algorithms in detail in my forthcoming lectures. And the next process is nothing but a clustering process. We know cluster is nothing but a group. So according to the group which the data belongs, I am going to divide it into groups. For example, based on age, I am going to categorize the data based upon the color, based upon the geography, etc. So the unsupervised, it comes under unsupervised learning. The algorithm is K means clustering. I will be discussing in my forthcoming lectures. And now to conclude, let me talk about the applications that is involved. So first and the foremost application that is involved is, so far I have talked about healthcare most probably. So I am going to use for disease diagnosis, robotic surgery, etc. In financial also it is having its application. In transport, air traffic, etc. And in e-commerce, I am going to use for customer support and customer support, etc. It can be used as a virtual assistant. So these are the numerous applications of machine learning. So hope I find this lecture will be a useful one, and keep in touch with this machine learning process, and you will learn maximum. And you can do research in machine learning process also as a successful one. I wish all the researchers and the students all the best, and hope you have understood my lecture. Thank you.